with me. I can get into the apartment without your assistance.
Wait. Jerry, darling, please forgive me for what happened tonight. I admit I was wrong.
You did all right. For yourself.
Oh. Why do you insist on spoiling a perfectly good New Year's Eve?
I haven't. It's hardly midnight. You won't lack company. You didn't earlier this evening.
Jerry, that's not like you.
I know. I'm a brunette.
Besides, I didn't think you noticed it.
I've tried not to for some time.
After all, my dear, a man must live.
I've often wondered why it was necessary in some cases.
Will you please be serious?
I am serious. The trouble has been that you haven't been serious. Don't you see, to a girl, it means so much more than just an adventure? Jim, you've been the only man in my life. I wish I'd known it was going to end this way.
Well, it doesn't have to end this way. Oh, please, dear, let's forget it. Let's start this New Year's right.
I am starting it right. Without you.
With whom, then?
You would ask that. I'm starting it with myself. Me, Jerry, your ex,
Jerry.
I'm not ashamed nor afraid. Goodbye, Jim. Have a good New Year. I'm going to have the best New Year I ever had since I've grown up.
Jerry, will you marry me?
What an effort that must have been.
Oh, stop that.
Well, it might work out. If you married all of us, the chorus girl, the widow, and...
Who told you?
Oh, it's a secret. Nobody knows but me and the Associated Press.
Well, I haven't offered to marry anyone else.
No, why not?
Oh, because once I asked you to.
Ah, he remembers. I also remember there was some difficulty about setting the date. Thank my lucky stars.
I'm really serious. I really mean it this time, Jerry.
Mean what?
Oh, marriage and all of that.
No, I'm afraid there'd be too little marriage and too much all that.
Are you absolutely definite about this, Jerry?
So definite.
Well, it was beautiful while it lasted.
Jim, come back. Take these designs to the shop. I've made the changes, and they can start on them at once. Oh, yes, and tell Miss Curtis that Mrs. Hoffenstein's gown must be ready this evening.
That Buster Collins on the phone.
And tell him I'll be over early in the morning.
Well, what time?
At 12 o'clock. Hello, Buster.
Hello, Jerry. Can I come over? And bring a friend?
I'm not dressed. Who is it?
Tony Blake.
Tony Blake. Oh, Anthony Blake. Of course, bring him along. I'd like to meet him. Tell him I think his book is wonderful. But don't tell him I haven't finished it. Why does he want to meet me?
I don't know. Get him to tell you. You have to have something to talk about.
Oh, all right.
Hey, Tony!
What?
It's all set.
Hey!
Oh, and Kate, I'm going to meet Anthony Blake.
Now, what's so good about that?
He's the one who wrote this book.
Any idiot can write a book.
Not a good one. Oh, I can hardly wait until I meet him.
You'd better take your shower and cool off a bit.
Thanks, Kate. Put a tune on the piano for me. I love music. Well, anyway, the boy gets the girl in the end.
What an unusual finish. Hurry up now. Come on. Hit him. Hit him. Why get so excited over a man before you've even met him? I hope he's a little man with a frock coat and a beard. Can't you hear me? Well, what I'd like to say is if I don't like him, I'll run him out of here.
Oh, you will you?
Well, now, if you can hear so well, turn on the cold water.
Oh, I still like him even after a cold shower. Oh, if he's anything like his book, he's wonderful.
They never are, dearie. I once knew Buffalo Bill. Mrs. Kate Smith and Miss Jerry Trent, may I present Mr. Anthony Blake.
That's great, Buster.
What are they mean?
I've just decided you look even better with your clothes on.
What?
Didn't I explain? Come here. You see that building? I have an apartment there, and on a clear day, I see you here on the roof taking your sunbath. In your bathing suit.
Why?
Oh, I know how you feel about it. I feel the same way. We should be married at once. You're probably going to say you don't know me well enough. So let's get acquainted. What do you do?
I own a shop. You know, very smart things for very smart ladies.
Good. Any profits?
Not many. You see, I won't sell the nicest things. I keep them and wear them myself.
Too bad. I thought for a minute I'd be able to quit work. Well, no matter. Now that I know you, I'm still willing to go through with it. Will you marry me?
You are crazy.
Why am I crazy? I obey my impulses.
Like the character in your book.
I am the character in my book. But let's get back to our marriage. Now then, if we went around together for several months, the usual thing, you'd find out that I don't like carrots and...
And you'd find out that I dunk my donuts.
Exactly. It's twice as much fun marrying first and getting acquainted afterwards.
Have you ever done it before?
No. But right now I have an impulse to do it, and I always obey my impulses. We miss so much in life by not doing what we're really feeling. Did you ever want to trip a waiter when he's carrying a tray full of dishes?
Yes.
No, I've done it.
No.
And it's marvelous. It only cost me $28.60. What are you doing tonight?
Why? Do you want to go out and trip waiters?
Yes.
I'd rather ring doorbells than run.
Oh, the fun we're going to have together. That's just what I wanted to know. A good woman.
That's right. There are not many of us left nowadays.
Geraldine. Joan must be sailing for home about now.
What?
I say your sister Joan must be sailing from France about now.
That's right. Oh, what time is it?
4:15.
4:15. Here. Let me see. Over there, it must be...
9:15. We're away on time.
I'll be so glad to get home to see Sister and Aunt Kate.
How long since you've seen your sister?
It's been 2 years. And then just for a few days on my way over here to school. You see, I lived with my aunt in Oklahoma.
Oh. You think a lot of your sister, don't you?
Everyone who knows her loves her. I could never tell you how wonderful she's been to me. She worked so hard to pay for my schooling over here, and... Oh, don't get me started on the subject of Jerry, or I'll talk all the way home. How well did you know her?
Oh, it was just one of those things. I remember her all right. But I don't know if she'll remember me.
Wouldn't you be surprised if she knew we were engaged?
Don't forget, that's our secret.
You can't be as happy as you look.
I've never been so happy. I'm falling more in love with him every day. But it can't go on.
For heaven's sakes, why not?
I've got to tell him, you know, about Jim.
Now, don't be a fool. That's the one sure way of losing him.
I know, but I won't feel right unless I tell him.
Well, you'll probably feel worse if you do. Think it over, carefully.
Well, I guess I'm just a modern girl with an old-fashioned conscience. Press it for me.
Huh?
Bye.
Well, here we are, and just in time. There you are. Let go. I want to turn on the lights.
Take me with you. I'm afraid of the dark.
All right. Still scared?
Mm-hmm.
Still scared?
A little.
Should we have some music? Pick a station.
And the baby swallows the pill, thinking it's candy.
Still scared? A little fire and everything's set. I think your feet are wet.
No, they're not.
They might be.
I didn't step in the puddle.
Well, let's see. Are they warm now? Ow.
What? I'm sorry.
Better get a shoehorn. Here we are. There we are. An inventor as well as a writer. You know, Blake. Let Dr. Blake feel your pulse. You'll live.
I wonder when I'm with you.
I'm the one who's just begun to live. I wish I'd met you years ago.
I wish you had.
You didn't have as much fun today. What's wrong?
Nothing. Aren't you going to autograph one of your books for me?
Right now. Wait a minute. Don't peek.
Tell me. Do you believe everything in that book?
Of course not.
When you said you were the central character, wouldn't you do what he does?
Well, I try to. You see, he's me. Idealized, of course.
That's beautiful, Tony. So you love me more each hour until you're 100. Walk to
After that, I may start chasing around.
I'll always treasure this.
I'll dedicate the next one to you. I'd love to write it in Paris. Now, if I had a wife to go with me, sort of a severest critic.
I have an idea for your new novel.
Really?
Yes. You should call it Love and Kisses. And you could point out the difference between love and just kisses.
Say, that's not bad.
Suppose, by way of plot, a girl who's had an affair with one man falls in love with another. Should she tell him?
That all depends on the man.
Supposing you're like the character in your book.
Oh, I see. Well, it might be better for her to tell him than to let him find out for himself.
That's what I thought.
On the other hand, it might be wise for her to say nothing. What a man doesn't know won't hurt him. I guess if everyone told the truth, nobody would marry anybody.
Then honesty isn't the best policy.
Rarely. The modern babyface looks up at the chump she's going to marry and says,
You're the only one I've ever loved.
and the big sap says, yeah. And they live happily ever after. Oh, I don't know. It's hard to say what a girl should do who's faced with that situation.
But I am, Tony.
You're what?
Faced with that situation.
Did you love him? Tell me. If you loved him, I'll die.
I only thought I did. Don't you see, I had to think I did. He was...
I don't want to know anything about him. I don't even want to know who he is. Just promise me you'll never see him again.
Oh, no fear of that.
Jerry, I have a confession to make. Once I went out with a girl. That makes us even.
Are you telling?
In spite of my great mistake, will you marry me?
I'd like to see anything stop me. I'd better go.
Oh, why? It's raining.
No, it isn't. It stopped. And my sister comes in tomorrow, and I have to meet her. And besides, I have some letters to write.
Oh, those aren't reasons.
Well, they'll do. Goodbye.
Wait, I'll go with you.
Tony, you didn't change what you had written, did you?
Yes, a little.
Oh. I want it. Give it to me. Give it to me, please. Unpack your things. All right. Oh, and Kate, New York is so different from Paris.
The trunks will be here about an hour.
Gee, it's great to see you, baby. Hey, what's the matter?
Please, Buster. I have to unpack and everything.
Hey, aren't you glad to see me?
Of course I'm glad to see you. But
But what?
quit being so young.
I mean, you're older than you are.
Well, act it. It was rather silly to think that things would be the same between us after 2 years.
Oh, you're kidding. Aren't you coming?
It was nice of you to want to give me a party, but you really shouldn't do it.
Hey, Jerry, help me out. She's giving me the chill. Says she doesn't want to go to my party.
What's the matter? Won't you go? There you are, my lad. From now on, it's up to you.
See you about 7:30? All right. And you and Tony? And you too, Mrs. Brown?
Oh, I can't get over the way you've grown. It was only yesterday I was looking at these. Look. There you are, before going to Paris. Before and after.
Aha!
Oh,
What the well-dressed baby used to wear.
oh, but what? That reminds me. I promised to look after you. The times I worried about you being out of my sight for so long.
You didn't have to.
I couldn't help it.
I hope we have as much fun here as we had in Oklahoma. Do you remember the night you went out with Sport Wardell?
Isn't that funny, Carl? Chugged along.
And he made you get out and walk.
And even at that, I beat him home.
What's that?
I was wondering if you remember.
Of course I do. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I need you now, so keep
That's the last part of it.
I remember it. It's the SOS. When you had a beau in the parlor and it got too, beau-ish, you'd sing this, which was my signal to come in and say, Dorothy, bedtime.
It saved my life many times.
Start over.
If you I will come to me, my life, my love, my own. From near far, wherever you are, come to me, in answer to my call. Somewhere on a hill, there's a whippoorwill calling with me as the shadows fall. I need you now to keep your love. Come to me, my life, my love, You'll never hear me calling, dear, when he's here.
Oh, he's good looking. Who is he?
Anthony Blake, the novelist. And your future brother-in-law.
No.
Yes. Oh, he's terrific. You'll meet him tonight. Oh, you poor darling. You've been in a convent so long, I suppose you've forgotten what boys look like.
I have, all except one.
He hasn't forgotten you either.
Oh, I don't mean Buster.
No?
No, this one I met in Paris. I think you know him, too.
Who is he?
Jim Woodward? Don't you know him?
Yes, I'm trying to place him.
He said you might not remember him. Oh, Jerry, he wears the cutest clothes, says the most adorable things, and dances divinely. If you'd ever met him, you'd remember him.
I remember him vaguely. Well, I suppose you want a manicure and a wave for tonight. I'll go with you. I need one, too. Oh, and you can wear one of your new Paris gowns to Buster's party. It'll be a wonderful party, really it will.
What a party I'm giving.
To drop in on the party. Hope you won't mind.
That's great. What's her name?
Jim Woodward.
Swell. We don't have someone for Aunt Kate.
Shall we tell them about us? Why, I want to pin you down in public. Why not?
Not now.
Hello, Joe.
Hello. Do you remember Mr. Woodward?
Jerry. And more beautiful than ever.
Meet me, Mr. Woodward. Tony Blake. I'm the fellow who's supposed to make all those pretty speeches to Jerry.
And my aunt, Mrs. Smith.
How do you do?
How you doing? And this is Mr. Collins.
Mr. Collins?
Have a drink, Woodward?
Yes, thanks. Very good.
What a party I'm giving.
Well, here's to... well, what shall we do?
I've something important to drink to. The minute I laid eyes on Jerry Trent, I wanted to be a slave. I offered my services as a chauffeur. She said, no, I myself. I said, well, what about a secretary? She said, no, I handle all correspondence myself. No matter what I suggested, it seemed she didn't need me. Then one day I remarked that she might like to marry and raise a family. Yes, I got the job. I go to work Monday.
Hey, you've been holding on, Buster. Congratulations.
Thanks, Bud. Likewise. Thanks. Here's hoping you're never discharged.
Thanks, old man.
May I dance with glad to be?
Of course. Jerry.
be best man?
He's the best man I ever knew.
Is that nice? Roses round the door, kitties on the floor. Oh, you're going to go for that?
Why not? I love him. This doesn't mean anything, you and Joan, does it?
Why?
You know why.
Just land Harris on the boat.
She's only a child. I think she's getting a bit serious. See that she doesn't.
You know me.
It does too well.
Guess who it was?
Buffalo Bill.
Now's a good time to invite them.
Where?
To your home. Our family should meet sometime if we're going to be married.
Plenty of time for that.
But you said you'd arrange it as soon as you got back.
Attention, please. Stand by for a station announcement. I'm giving a big weekend party in my father's name at Westbury, and I want you all to come.
And maybe you'll get a surprise, too.
I'll bet I know. Another engagement. Well, it's something to drink to anyway.
Why didn't you tell me we weren't going to the Woodwards before I got all dressed up?
I'm sorry, Aunt Kate. We shouldn't go and Joan shouldn't go either. Bound to be an awkward situation for all of us.
Well, on second thought, perhaps you're right. Might cause a lot of trouble, even a big scandal. Joan has no business there. And from what you tell me about Jim Woodard, even I wouldn't be safe with him. Besides, Joan might find out about... What's the matter? Aren't you going?
No, and you shouldn't go.
But Jerry, his parents want to meet us.
And you think he wants to marry you. What about Buster?
He's just a kid. I like older men.
Naturally you would at your age. What'd you tell Buster?
I had that out with him this morning. He'll get over it.
He's a fine boy.
You mean to imply that Jim isn't?
Darling, you've always listened to me. Please listen to me now. I know something about life. You're only on the brink of it. And I want you to benefit by my experience. You mustn't have heartaches that you can possibly avoid. That's why I want you to believe me when I say that Jim Woodward's not the sort of man you should marry.
How do you know so much about him? You said you barely remembered him.
Well, I knew a girl that he went with and how he treated her and lots of others.
I don't care about his others. Every man has had others. Ask Tony. Joan. Just a moment, Aunt Kate. At least Jim didn't love the others. Now that he's engaged to me, he's through with them all. He told me so.
He told you so. Would you believe black was white if he told you so? I happen to know that he promised to marry this particular girl. And she believed in him. All the while he was running around with a dozen others that believed in him, too.
You've no right to talk to me like this. I'm old enough to know what I'm doing.
You think so?
Yes, I do. How do you know this girl's telling the truth about Jim? I wouldn't believe anything I heard from that kind of girl.
Oh, yes, you would from this kind of girl.
No, I wouldn't. She's probably lying. Who is she?
You want to know who she is? I'll tell you who the girl is.
Jerry, let her alone. Go on, Joan. Go on to Westbury. Marry the man you love. Why, you girls ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Falling like this. Goodbye, Joan. I just couldn't let you go through with it.
You were right.
Just give that Jim Woodard time. He'll open her eyes himself.
By then it might be too late. Jim isn't going to be on the level with her. It just isn't in him. Oh, if Joan only knew him as I know him. Hello, darling.
Oh, hello, darling. Everything's all set. 10 o'clock, the little church around the corner, then to your house for food. Ha-ha, I'm no fool. Well, say, how much should I give the minister?
Whatever you think it's worth, I suppose.
Oh, I couldn't afford to pay that much.
What are you laughing at?
The passports just got here.
Oh, Tony, my picture. Isn't it dreadful?
We're a great pair. We don't look as if we're trying to get out of the country. We look as if we're trying to get in. Oh, by the way, Jerry, I can't go to the Woodwards. No, I've got to run down to Washington after all.
Oh, that's all right if you have to go. I'm not going either.
Oh, you shouldn't stay home on my account. You ought to go anyway. Why, you'll probably have lots of fun.
Don't be silly. I couldn't have any fun without you. Well, hurry back. I'll miss you. Be a good boy. Goodbye, darling. And Kate.
Yes?
Get ready. We're going to Westbury.
Couldn't come. I was so anxious to meet them. I'm sorry, too.
Well, here they are now. Pardon me, please.
Oh.
Mary! What a surprise. Nice shave.
Why, I don't understand it. I'm a little surprised.
Mother, Dad. I want you to know Miss Trent.
How do you do?
And her aunt, Mrs.
Jones.
Mrs. Jones. Won't you come in? Thank you.
Hello? Yeah? You attended to it. Thanks a lot. I didn't want to go to Washington anyway. Goodbye.
I'm terribly sorry about you and Joan. I did all I could. But I'm defeated.
I don't know why you're on my side, but I love you for it. And after I finish these, I'm going in and get Jim's old man to call the whole thing off. I think I'm brave enough now.
I'm interested in Miss Trent.
I like Joan. I like the sister. But that aunt...
Oh, she seems all right.
Come in. How do you do?
Hello? When I met you today, Mr. Woodward, I don't think you remembered me, I'm the son of Timothy Collins.
Buster Collins.
Why, we knew you when you were that high.
Now I'm this high. I came in here to ask you, Mr. Woodward, if you knew that Jim intended to marry Joan Trent.
No, really?
Well, we hadn't heard, but I should be very glad if it were true. We're anxious that Jim should settle down.
Oh, but what do you know about these Trents?
Nothing much. They seem to be nice people.
Well, not from what I heard. But if you're satisfied, all right.
Buster, one moment. Tell us what you heard.
Oh, it doesn't matter much.
Oh, it certainly does. Tell us what you know.
Well, I heard that the aunt was a bootlegger.
What did I tell you?
Nonsense. I don't believe it.
You may not believe that, but that's not the half of it. Oh, but I can see you're not interested.
Oh, Buster, just a minute. Tell us what you know.
Do you want to know all?
All.
Well, it's pretty bad. I wish I hadn't mentioned it.
Young man, will you speak up?
All right. You ask for it. Everyone that knows the Trents knows that there's a dash. Just a teeny-weeny dash of insanity in the family. Now I feel like a cad.
How'd you do, comrade?
I did all right.
What do you mean you did all right?
I don't think there'll be any Woodwards marrying any Trents.
Really? Buster, what did you say?
I'd rather not tell you.
You must tell me.
I'd rather not. You might not like it.
I swear I love it.
You won't get sore now.
Cross my heart.
Well, I told him
Now, Buster, out with it. Out with it.
Well, I told him that there was a dash. Just a teeny, weeny dash of insanity in your family.
Buster! Oh, that's awful.
Well, I said there was just a teeny, weeny dash.
What about Buster? Thank you. Those are embarrassing crackers. You know, you can get a kind that won't break. Of course, you can't eat them, but you can butter them. What's the matter?
Nothing. Aren't you going to have your consommé?
Consommé? Why, I thought it was soup. Would you pass the sugar? Please.
Sugar?
Sugar. Thank you. 1, 2, button your shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6.
Pardon me. Do you realize that sugar?
Oh, yes.
Yes, I've heard of that before.
I'll bet you love it. Hey, Wes.
When?
What's the matter?
Nothing.
What are you looking at?
Nothing.
What do you want?
Nothing.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Oh, Aunt Kate, I have news for you. Mr. Woodward's new Buffalo Bill.
You called me for? I've hardly had a drop of lunch. What do you mean by inviting these friends to our house? They're crazy.
Crazier than the rest of our guests?
Absolutely mad, I tell you. They stand out.
Oh, you must have been mistaken then.
Go up and quiet her down. Order a straitjacket. Do something.
All right.
Didn't you know Buffalo Bill? Oh, Buster, I think I'll finish luncheon in my bathing suit.
That ought to convince him.
Hello, Cullen.
What are you doing in this lady's bedroom?
What are you doing in this house?
When I think of the answer to that, I'll be back.
Jerry.
Well, is it? Little James.
Cullen, what's going on here? What are you up to?
Nothing. I've given up. Let anybody marry anybody. You're the winner, Jim Woodward, the winner. Roar for Jim Woodward.
My old man's terribly upset. He thinks you're crazy.
Crazy? Why, I only obey my impulses, that's all.
What are you talking about?
We miss so much in life by not doing the things we want to do. If you feel like doing something, why shouldn't you do it?
For instance?
Well, for example, I don't like his expression.
I catch on. Oh, baby, this is a perfect house for obeying impulse. I have work here that'll take me days.
Now I have another impulse. You get out of here. Go on. Stop the go. Oh, yes. Go.
No.
What do they think downstairs?
I don't care what they think. I have a bigger impulse. I want to stay. I haven't laughed like this in years, Jerry. I always did have a good time with you.
Why talk about that?
I'm just beginning to realize what a fool I was to let you get away from me.
Are you trying to make love to me?
That's the impulse.
What about Joan?
Joan will never be a Jerry. I think the only reason I ever fell for Joan in the first place was that she reminded me so much of you. Can't we start all over again?
You mean it?
I was never more serious in my life. But, Jerry,
Just a
darling.
moment. Let me finish. I'd hate to hurt Joan any more than is necessary.
Joan's just a kid. She'll get over it. I bet I know what you're thinking about. Blake. Oh, forget him. Don't you want me back? Isn't there just a little spark still burning?
Why do you suppose I was so anxious to break it up between you and Joan?
Jealousy! Oh, what a fool I was not to have seen it before. Oh.
Oh, you mustn't be too hasty, Jim. Please.
Oh, Jerry.
Do you suppose it'll work out?
Why, certainly.
Could we ever recapture the happiness of the old...
We could. Oh. Remember the gay nights? The music, the dancing? Well, the same places are still open.
You used to tell me that you like nothing better than to sit for hours while I sang through.
I like that, too.
You did, didn't you? Do you remember? If you can hear me calling, dear, come to me, come to me. My life, my love, my own. From near or far, wherever you are, come to me, come to me. In answer to my call, somewhere on a hill, there's a whippoorwill calling with me as the shadows fall. I need your love, so keep your love. Come to me, come to me, my life, my love, So that's it. Oh, Joan's man.
Now, Joan, don't make a scene.
That's right. Now, Joan, mustn't make a scene. What am I supposed to do? Applaud?
We were just discussing things.
That's right. Jim was trying to tell me how much he loved you. Well, I think you'd sound more convincing with your coat on.
No wonder you didn't want me to have him. You wanted him for yourself.
Why, a man like Jim has enough love for both of us.
I won't share his love with anyone.
Well, I guess you're going to have to choose between us. Pick yourself a Trent. Well, maybe this will help. Ibbity-bibbity, sibbity-sab, ibbity-bibbity, canaba. Canaba. Canaba in, canaba out. How does it go?
Oh, stop it. Why do you hesitate? Is there any doubt?
Of course there's a doubt. Jim's very fond of his Jerry, aren't you, Jim?
Jerry, I don't know how you could do this to me.
Joan, don't cry. Please. I know it hurts. But you'll soon forget. Really, you will. There, don't cry.
Let me alone. Don't touch me.
Oh, Joan, I don't think you quite understand. You see, Jerry and I were once sweethearts.
You and Jerry?
Yes, Joan, we just discovered each other all over again. Haven't we, dear?
It doesn't mean anything. He doesn't mean anything. I
don't care why you did it.
Oh, but Tony.
That's the man. And you promised me.
I know I promised you. But surely you of all people will understand. Why, even in your book you said.
But I don't happen to be a character in a book.
How did he take it, darling? How about it?
I'm beginning to understand you, Jim. You're not bad. You're just not very bright.
So, Jerry? What's the matter, sick?
No, I'm all right.
Talked to Joan this morning on the phone. And what do you think? She called me. Looks like everything's gonna be all right. See, what happened out there the other night? Tony no more than got there and he left. And then you left, then everybody left. So I left. Hello, Joan.
Buster, do you mind if I meet you down at the car? I want to talk to Jerry a moment.
Sure. See you soon, Jerry.
I want to tell you, Jerry, I understand everything now. And I'm sorry about Tony.
I know you are.
And I want to tell you. But you want me to stay home with you. I don't have to go out with Buster.
I think it'd be nice if you would.
Will you be all right? I'll be home early.
Oh, Miss Trent, I want you to see something wonderful. It's just come. See, is this not beautiful?
Are you going to stand around all day and admire that atrocity? Oh, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm getting sick and tired of it.
Why, Kate, what do you mean?
Here you are in love with a man, yet you sit around all day moping while he sails right out of your life.
Are you sure he's sailing?
Certainly. I called his house.
You didn't.
Of course I did. Why not?
Oh, shame on you. What'd he say?
Nothing. He wasn't there. But his servant tells me that he's sailing for Europe.
We were going together. Now he's gone. No.
No, he hasn't. He doesn't sail for 35 minutes. Now, if you're any sort of a girl at all, and if you're worthy of the name of Trent, you will get out of here and go after him.
We could.
He's your man, isn't he? You love him, don't you? Well, you're always preaching to me about obeying those instincts. Now, why don't you practice what you preach?
But I couldn't make the boat in 35 minutes. Besides, I hadn't anything packed.
Yes, you have. Now, get out of here. Come on, get out of here.
Where are my things?
Right here. Here's your coat. And your hat and your purse. Now, come on, get your things together. Oh,
I'm sure there's something you've forgotten. Oh, and Kate, what nightgowns did you...
Why, look, your good ones, of course.
Oh, good.
Here, come on, get your coat on. I haven't got any time to lose. Oh, here, I got the one that's going. Here, get into this yourself. Oh, hurry. Now, have you got everything?
Yes, and Kate, tell Joan about it. She'll love to know
yes,
that.
I'll tell her everything. Oh, I don't know. Now, have you got your grip? Oh, hurry now. He's your man, isn't he?
Oh, Aunt Kate, you're a darling. What would I ever do without you?
Well, then you get to Paris, and you still can't do without me. Send for me. Goodbye.
Why, Aunt Kate, is Jerry here?
She's out.
Oh, I must see her at once. I started to sail without her, but I couldn't. I don't care what's happened. I want her. I said a lot of things I'm sorry for, and I want to tell her. I'm mad about her. I'm simply crazy.
That's what I said the first time I saw you. I guess I better tell you. She's gone to the boat looking for you.
Going to the boat looking for me?
Yes.
Looking for me?
Yes.
Oh.
Goodbye. Oh, hurry.
Bye. Unless you have a ticket, will you please stand aside? Show your ticket, please. Have your tickets ready. Have your tickets ready, please. Yep. Have your tickets ready.
seen a girl go by here? Is they just boat for men only?
Oh, wait a minute. Really, she come up about here on you.
What's the idea?
Oh, honestly, she's a cute little thing. She looks like this.
Have you got a ticket? All right. Just a minute here.
Oh, well, if you see her, tell her I'm on board.
I'll tell her. Even if you had a ticket, the cabin's right on me. Oh, hello, darling.
Oh, don't worry, officer. She can share my cabin.
I'm sorry, sir, but this is a first-class boat. Well, to save the reputation of the boat, the captain can marry us. With the lady's consent, of course.